Hey guys, Milinda here, and today I decided how about you get to know me just a little bit more than usual. I just wanted to talk to y'all and just give you some information on my life. You get to know me just a little bit more. But I want to say one thing. I'm sorry if I didn't post a video on Monday. I was having an existential crisis and I cried for about 2 hours and contemplated life for a very, very long time. And I am motivated. So let's get started. Okay, so first question. What's my name? My name is Milinda Crystal Guerra. It's a very unique way how I got my name. I got my name by my mom, my dad. They wanted to name me after my grandmother, who her name was Milinda, but they wanted to name me Millennium because I was the last Guerra born in the 20th century. I was born on December 27th, 1999, and I was the last one to be born in the new millennium. Combined the two names of Herlinda and Millennium, and they came up with Milinda. Now, my friends call me Milinda, which I prefer. So my friends call me Milinda. Dark times. Crystal, my sister, gave me that name because she liked the name of my aunt's ex-husband's daughter. I don't know why. So that's my name. Next question. Do I suffer? I suffer a tremendous amount every day. Every day I suffer. Like, I've never had a day where I did not suffer. And if I did, most likely I will be suffering late at night. Because that's always happened to me. Like, I'll have like a good birthday and then I'll be, in my room alone, contemplating death and just thinking about the afterlife. And then I just start suffering. And it's like, wow, Milinda, you suffer? Wow, I suffer. I suffer a lot, way too much, on a daily basis. I'll be expecting it any time now. Anyway, so based off of my birthday, my zodiac sign is a Capricorn, the boring and conceited sign, goat fish. I'm a goatfish. So I'm a Capricorn, the boring and conceited. I am boring. I think I'm boring. I'm not sure about my friends think or my family because they probably, like I said before, they think I'm crazy. But I'm not conceited. I am probably one of the least conceited people I know. I don't think I'm conceited. Is that conceited for me to say? I don't know. Let's move on. Do I have any siblings? Yes, I do. I am the youngest of 3. My brother is somewhere in his 30s. I don't know. Every time I ask him, he's always hesitant on telling me. He's just like, I'm 34. But my sister, she is 28. And I know that because she was born a year before Mark. And that's the only way I know. Like, up until when I started watching Mark and I found out when his birthday was, that's when I started knowing my sister, how old she was. That's how I truly know how old she was. And then, but before that, did not know how old she was. It was strange. I'm an odd child. What languages do I speak / want to learn? I only know English and a little bit of Spanish. I took Spanish for like 3 or 4 years and I picked up a lot of words. I don't know Spanish like how I should because both sides of my family speak strictly just Spanish and some speak English, mostly Spanish. And my mom and dad refused to want me to learn Spanish because that's how they use code words, because they know that I don't speak Spanish and that I won't understand. So they're kind of just like, let's tell secrets in Spanish because you won't know. That's why I took Spanish, so I can understand. But I would like to learn more Spanish so I can understand more and speak faster. Next question. Are you a good singer? I perform every day in my room in front of my 2 dogs and my 8 Marinos that I have. Am I a good singer? I don't know. I've never sang in front of anyone before. I have rapped before, but sang or sing, no, I have not. So I wouldn't know if I'm a good singer because, people are just like, oh, I'm a good singer. And then they start singing and they sound like they're being strangled to death while dying. It makes sense. I don't know if I'm a good singer. I mean, when I do sing, it's loud and it's very intense, especially when it's like Ariana Grande or Adele. It's very intense because I try to put my best foot forward. And I don't know why, but I do. Even though it's for no one but me and my 2 dogs, my 8 Marinos. I miss my friends. Next question. Do I think I had a good childhood? It was alright. Yeah, I had good times. I went to Disneyland, went to New Mexico, went to California. But that was like all in the same year. There was a lot of fighting in my family when I was growing up. It had good moments and had a lot of bad moments. But you know what? My childhood doesn't. So I think I had a fairly good childhood. Should not have done things that I did. And maybe my life would be better. Like, one time it mixed chemicals. I'll talk talk about that later. Next question. Do I have any pets and what are their personalities? I have 2 pets. I introduced them in my first video, Sammy and then Sparkles. Sammy, he's my baby boy. He had him for 4 years as of now. He is currently 6 years old, but he is so strange. Acts like a human. Like, he'll sleep like a human. Like, he'll sleep on his side. He'll have his paws out of the blanket like this. And he'll snore. And then when I'm eating something at a table, he'll grab a mouthful of food and he'll like jump on top of the chair, start eating his food at the table like a human being. And he'll only eat when I'm eating. And it's strange. Like, what kind of a dog does it? Like, I have the bowls out there and he just refuses to eat until I eat. He's a me. One picture of him. There's another moment of him. This is the same dog. He somehow has these he has this personality of a human being and then does these weird things. He makes the best faces. Like, he looks like he's suffering on the inside, and he probably is, because he has me as an owner. Sammy, he's a unique dog. No, Sparkles, I recently just got her in April. She is psychotic. Sparkles is kind of psychotic. She does things that are crazier than Sammy. Sammy acts like a human. She acts like a crazy person, and I don't understand how I found her. Like, she is kind of the complete opposite of Sammy. Sammy's well collected, well adjusted, and Sparkles, she runs in circles by herself. Like, she'll start fighting with Sammy, and then like Sammy will just sit down and he's calm, and then Sparkles will literally just jump off my bed and start running around in circles in the living room by herself for 10 minutes. The longest she's done it is 30 minutes, and it's crazy. And she goes fast, and she's stumpy because she's part Basset Hound, part Beagle. She's just running around in circles, and I don't understand why. And then there's other times where she'll be on my bed, and then she'll just start shuffling everything around, and she'll throw everything off the floor. She's crazy, but I love her. She's adorable. But when she's calm, she's really cute, she's playful, she's something else. I think she has 2 personalities. Because she's like really sweet and calm at one point, and then like another point, she'll just be crazy and running around in circles, barking at nothing. But I love her. Next question. If I could go back in time and do something differently, what event would I change? I would go back in time and change the counter of the person that I met that started or helped kind of just make me realize what was going inside my head. And around the 7th grade, I met someone and I fell in love with him. At least that's what my mind thought. I was so in love with him that I started not eating and self-harming because he liked other girls. Like, we were really close friends, but he would just date around with other girls and he was not a good person. And it made me do things that I should not have done, like I said before, like self-harming and not eating. All the girls he was dating were like skinny and perfect, and then it made me feel self-conscious about myself because I really wanted him to like me the way I liked him, and it made me just downgrade myself. I would self-harm in school as it was going on. Like, I would be sitting in class doing an assignment, and then I would go to the bathroom and just pull out a blade and cut myself. And then like during the school days, I refused to eat anything. Like, my mom would be like, "Oh, did you eat, sweetie?" Because I would just say yeah. But during that day, I was starving because I just decided to starve myself for so long. I didn't eat until I got home for dinner. Like, I didn't eat breakfast. I didn't eat anything. It was really hard. I'm not putting the blame on him, saying no, he is the cause I have depression. No, I am the reason why I did that. I did that to myself. I just wish it didn't go down that way. I would go back in time and make myself stop from doing all those things just to be a perfect image for him. Like, I would have rather just have been really good friends with him instead of being someone perfect. So what I'm trying to say is I would go back in time, stop myself from doing those things so that I could be perfectly healthy now. I would just go back in time and stop myself from doing that and just tell myself, you don't want to do this. Trust me, I'm you. So don't do this to yourself. You're going to regret it later on in life. He's not going to matter anymore. He'll come and then he'll go, because you're going to go off to another school. You're going to meet fantastic people, find someone else, and be loved. What's my favorite book? I love reading books, but I actually don't have a favorite book. I would say as of now, the book that I'm obsessed with, even though I don't have a favorite book, this is one of my top favorites, is The Amazing Book is on Fire by Dan and Phil. Ooh, this is going to tap into my fangirl side for a little bit. Top 5 favorite things about Markiplier. I love his hair. 2, his personality. 3, his advice. Did I say his laugh? I love his laugh. He has such a unique laugh. And 5, his ability to make me laugh. He was actually the first YouTuber to actually make me laugh so hard that I passed out for a couple minutes. Question: if I had the chance to spend the day with Markiplier or Dan and Phil for a day, who would I choose? I mean, I would choose Dan and Phil. I can easily spend a day with Mark at PAX South because he lives in the US. Dan and Phil, however, come to Playlist Live and they come to America, but they live in the UK, and I feel like I would spend a day with them and treasure those days that I can appreciate them in the future and be like, kids, I met Dan and Phil and I got to spend the day with them and it was amazing. And just like, you know, look back on it and then like be like, and I have more great memories of Mark and then spend that day with Dan and Phil because it's like, yeah, I got to spend the day with them, like, and appreciate them more. Now we're gonna tap more into my writing life. What inspired me to start writing? In the 6th grade, before all this shitstorm started in my life, I joined the One Direction fandom. When I first got into the fandom, my best friend Andrea, she told me to go visit this website called Tumblr, and I did. I read so much, and I just read so much fan fiction. It was so much. So I remember I got a journal, I copied down all my favorite imagines, and then I created my own version of them in that same journal, and then I somehow sprouted from writing imagines to writing like long one-shots to the fan fictions that I do now. That was just something that I treasure. What inspired me to write was, I'm a very shy, introverted person, and I don't like to talk to people that much. Like, when I started high school, I did not make a friend for the first month of school. It's very hard for me to talk to people because I'm nervous and it makes me anxious and I have anxiety, and it's just a lot. I found writing, I just started writing these words down and expressing my innermost thoughts and just saying everything that I felt was true to those stories. And I wanted to somehow put my voice out there so people can hear me, because they can never hear me if I didn't talk in reality. So the only way I could do this, or like say something in the world, was to write it. And when I did, people started noticing and relating to me more, and I made several friends through my writings, and I've made just a lot of great memories, and just writing has become such a big part of my life that I still write to this day. It's 5 years later and I'm writing, and it just gave me a much more bigger voice and to express myself somehow and to relate and make friends and just find a bigger and have a big impact on someone and something. That's what inspires me to write, just to have a voice and to impact someone's life so that they don't feel alone like I did. Say something and have other people see it and just be like, yes, finally someone is saying that. It's a huge thing to me, and it still is, and writing's always been a big part. Where do I get my inspiration? I listen to music. If I love that song so much, I will actually develop a story through it, and I will listen to it multiple times, and I will just end up writing a story. Like Outlaws was based off a song by David Lambert in The Fosters, and it was called Outlaws, and I named my story Outlaws. So the FIL project, which you should go check out, please, please, please check that out, was based off several songs on this playlist that I have on Spotify and on my phone. And then, what's the other? Avalanche was based off a song in Walk the Moon that I listened to several times and I fell in love, and I was just like, this is something I could write. It's very unique. Yes, that's where I get my inspiration from. I listen to music, and if I love the song enough, I will somehow create a story through that. Okay, so last question. Do you base any of your characters off of people in real life, or are they completely fictional? All of my characters in my stories are off of real people. All of them. Like, all of them. Like, Sky, she was based off of me. I write fan fiction, so of course they're based off of, so of course the main characters, which is like Dan or Phil or Mark, they are going to be based off of real people. Like the other characters, such as Cynthia in Silver Lining, Eliza in My Brother's Best Friend, Sky in Outlaws, Charlie or Charlotte and Take Me to Church, are based off of some part of me, based off either the dark parts of my thoughts or the lighter side of me, or, you know, the religious side of me, I guess. And then like just they're somehow based off of me. All of those feelings in there are completely real, because those at that time, or at that point in time, they were based off of my feelings, how I was feeling in the moment. And when I write something, like if it's like something quick, it's just a quick thought, or if it's something like long and passionate, that is when you know I am feeling passionate. That when it's something really depressing, like someone dies, I feel dead on the inside. My characters are always based off of how I'm feeling and how I feel like the story should progress on in that moment in time. I think we're good for now. I'll probably end up doing this again because I had fun doing this. It was a lot of fun. You guys, that's it for today. You should go check out my stories, which are down in the description below. All of my stories have their own links, from Outlaws to my new story that has not even been published yet. Check out all my stories, please. Even if you don't like Markiplier or Dan and Phil, go read them anyway. Just ignore the fanfic part of it. Just read it, please. I would appreciate it a lot if you guys would read them. Share, like this video, subscribe, and comment what you want me to do next time. And as always, this is Mark's outro. I will see you in my next video. Bye, you guys. Mwah. Bye bye. YouTube videos. That's why they don't come to my house. I know the feeling. God. Shout out. Fanfiction. There is no point.
Welcome to the fandom where the content comes at random, but it's also great. No clickbait. Just because we sleep with pictures of our favorites doesn't mean that we're